Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Beorning, and we have made it back to Haldir, and we're going to report what we have found.
You may enter the Golden Wood, but tread with care, or punishment shall be swift.
The Lady Galadriel has called you to her garden, for she wishes to speak with you. I will take you to her. Alright.
Jealously do I guard my secrets, not the least of which is my mirror. Still, there are times which require a greater knowledge, and this is one such time. Shadows gather in the east, and the fates of lost friends burns in the heart.
Alright. So let us see what she has to say. I suppose Lady Galadriel, we will need to bow before her first.
I know what befell you in the darkness, and that your courage did not fail.
I am aware of your kindness to Magor beneath the mountain's pine-claw. You are now held high in his esteem, and he accords you great fondness for your part in his rescue. Strange deeds unravel on the many paths of your journey, for as your footsteps lead you to and fro, I perceive that many fates are entwined with your own. Some of your tales seem ended, but locked doors may yet be pried open. My mirror can show many things, and you may ask it what you will. But heed this before you peer into the water. Many valuable answers may come unbidden. Look now, and see what may be seen. Alright, let's have a look in the mirror.
Mithrandir faced his match in Moria, a Balrog of Morgoth. Into the depths they fell, then rose again up the endless stair. There they did battle one against the other, and the fire of it was terrible. In the end, Mithrandir threw down the Balrog, though he himself fell into shadow. Yet who is to say what his end might be? Not all hope is yet lost.
Yeah, that is consistent with what we found.
Gwaihir the Windlord will find Gandalf, if he is to be found anywhere in Middle-earth.
Some light is now shed on the riddle. Do you not agree? The clues left behind among the foundations of stone begin to form a clear picture at last. Gandalf the Grave strove in Moria with shadow and flame, and they fell, and perhaps rose again. Who had the mastery? Well, I saw a dead Balrog during my journey, so I can pretty much guess who had the mastery there. It has been said that my eyes see farther than many who are deemed wise, yet keener eyes are needed to pierce the darkness that shrouds Mithrandir from thy sight. Who can spy upon Moria from all sides and gain rumor of the fate of Gandalf? Only Gwaihir the Windlord can do this. I saw a glimpse of your own fate as well. The earth shakes beneath mighty feet. War horns sound. The end comes, and you are on the wrong side of the tide. You race at great speed, but death comes more quickly still. But the mirror shows many things, and not all of them may come to pass. Of Mithrandir, at least, the vision is clearer. Gwaihir the Windlord rests at the rear of my garden. Tell him what you have seen. He just landed! I saw him land! You're not even looking this direction. He said, oh yeah, he's resting there now. Yes, I know that he just landed there. Oh, now that's a big bird. I have carried Gandalf before now, and if he yet lives, I will carry him again. I will send out the sharpest-eyed eagles to seek him from every corner of this land, and I will fly until we have learned what befell him. If he is to be found, I and my kind will find him. Return to the lady, and tell her I will do this. Well, he certainly climbs at a faster rate. Alright, I spoke with him. I know that Gwahir will find Mithrandir, if he is to be found. Haldir will show you from this place, Fine Claw. I will call for him. Alright. And here we go.
You have my thanks.
The Lady Galadriel can see such in her mirror, but it is not known to her or any power whether she has shown you will come to pass. One day, perhaps, you will look back on your long road and make sense of what you saw today. Only time can tell such things. And since the epic story is where it will eventually unfold, I presume it'll happen sometime in Volume 4, since I'm probably guessing it has some reference to elephants in there, based on the sound that they're talking about and such. But we will see, because we're getting pretty close to a point where you're going to be running into elephants in war, since we just had Eastern Gondor, you've run into a couple of them. So perhaps it won't be long before I'll unravel it, though it'll probably be sometime in this playthrough. I thank you for the service you have provided my people, and may the light of the elves shine upon your path and guide your steps aright. For those unfamiliar to Galadriel, we shall name you friend, and allow you to enter our fair home. This means that we've got enough reputation with the Galadriel, 10,000, which is enough in order to reach acquaintance level, which used to be required in order to go to Lothlorien, though they dropped that requirement since then.
You are welcome within Lothlorien, and may visit the hill of Carin Amroth.
Alright, and there we go. You are welcomed within Lothlorien, Pineclaw, for the friendship you have demonstrated, and your efforts against the orcs and other dangers within Moria. Pass beneath the eaves of the forest to the northeast, and travel to the hill of Cairn Amroth in the center of Lothlorien. It is both beautiful and peaceful, and Milwyn will be pleased to tell you of its history. Look for her by the archway west of the hill of Cairn Amroth, far to the northeast of here, inside the forest. If you have not already completed Volume 2, Book 6, it is encouraged. Alright, because this is Book 7, and this was a new entry point, in case you haven't done Book 6. But Book 6 I consider to be such an important one to do, because for most classes it's required in order to get a trait point. I don't think that... Oh, that was probably for the... for gaining the trust of their... Oh, Trust of Lothlorien. A new title has been granted to you. It gets a deed known to Lothlorien. All sorts of fun stuff there. I don't think I get a... Well, I have 2 trait points here. I don't know if one of them came from that or if that was something else. Let's see. Vitality increase. Never hurts to increase your vitality, right? And do I have everything I want here, though, before I do that? Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's first add some more stuff with the stings and turn the tide's damage. And we're going to be running into a lot of corruption, so I guess I better start putting that on. So still get a little bit more on the claw before I worry about pumping up. If I need to pump up vitality, I could start using that as a secondary path. Alright. Now, he is also giving something for Book 9. I'm not going to worry about that yet until I finish Book 8. But I am up here, and I'm in Lothlorien. And Book 7 sends you back into Moria. And I think I really don't want to get started into Book 7 until next month. I've completed 3 books this month, 4, 5, and 6. And I think I'll leave Book 7 for July. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to do for the next week Lothlorien quests. Which is, so I'll talk to these elves, do some side quests here, get to know Lothlorien, and by the time the week rolls along, it probably might become when I start to get bored of Lothlorien, and we could go back and do the epic storyline. I think that's a nice plan.
Will you aid the Galadriel?
I have never seen the orcs like this, Pineclaw. They pour from their gates of Moria, as they have not done in years, and establish camps and outposts all along the road between here and there. If you would be a friend of Lorien, you must help to discourage the orcs from this endeavor. Seek out these enemies of the Northwest, and defeat them wherever you find them in Nandirian. The more orcs you slay, the safer will be the road between Lothlorien and Moria. Their boldness worries me greatly. So I need to kill some orcs in Nandorian. Alright.
Will you aid the Galadriel?
The orcs of Moria seem to be of a limitless supply, Pineclaw, but the weapons they wield seem to be much less available. Every sword or axe we take from them is an orc we render defenseless, if only for a short time. The orcs have established camps to the northwest along the road that runs through the Nandurian, Urk, Gershan, Dru, Gomok, and Othmalthul. Journey to these 3 camps and steal any of the weapons you find within. I will not forget any of your deeds against the orcs that have invaded Nandurian, so perilously close to Lothlorien. Alright, so let us collect orc weapons. Now, Haldir does have this thing. For the goodwill of the Galadriel, I don't think I'm able to complete this quest solo. Is I suspect that the solo versions of the instances that are involved in there won't be able to complete these, but I will like to check that out and test out that hypothesis. So therefore I will take this one, turn this in, and see if I can eventually see whether or not my guess on that matter is correct.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Still flagged a small fellowship. We'll just have to see whether or not that's currently literally true. We do not often welcome strangers within our borders, Pineclaw, but here we shall make an exception for you. Lady Galadriel is aware that you are recently come from Moria, where you have done much to help secure the dwarves' footing there. She bade me not to hinder your crossing of the Nimberdale. You are welcome to the refuge in our Talon and share of our provisions, for I must speak with you at length of a serious matter. You may have noticed that the orcs are pressing closer and closer to Lothlorien, fairest of the elven homes, and that there are plots and stirrings of Moria to set all the free peoples in this area ill at ease. It is therefore crucial that the dwarves hold fast in their newly reclaimed home. Their coming was an unforeseen blessing at a most fortuitous time. Our enemies' eyes are divided with stout warriors and builders shaking the walls of their dark haven. But the dwarves are not secure. They need our help. In the chamber of the crossroads you will find an important dwarf who goes by the name of Hrolfr. He oversees much of what this expedition endeavors to accomplish. He did not wish to speak to our messenger, but you have a reputation as a hero among the Iron Garrison. He will listen to you. Hasten to him, if you will, and bring him this note. I want you to help the dwarves as a token of goodwill for the Galadriel. All right. Okay, dokie. As if the elves weren't want to ask me to do stuff on their own, right? Now I've got elves asking me to do stuff for the dwarves. Where would it end? Who knows? But we are in, at least for a moment, in Lothlorien. Right. Which, I must say, when you consider that it's winter, is not really in all that bad shape. I mean, really? Flowers? Flowers? In February? Now, Lothlorien isn't exactly what you would call in a southern climate. It's right on the foothills of the Misties, and let's see. I was thinking of, well, alright. I was thinking of heading into the camp over there, but maybe not. Alright, what I will do then is I will try to find a position. This is starting to be where I might run into orcs. So when I get back in our next episode, we are going to start fighting these orcs and heading back down to the... Speaking of orcs, it looks like I didn't have to go very far in order to find them. Right. Well, I was expecting to... Oh. Hey, don't threaten me! You don't want to threaten me. You don't want to tangle me. I'll show you why you don't want to threaten me by killing this orc. Maybe. I think you'd be better off threatening the orc. Alright. Done. Now, let's where were we? Yes. I think this would be a good place to stop. So next time we will pick up right here, kill some orcs, and head down to the Mirror, where we will start the quest over that area. And that'll be for the next episode of Pineleaf Plays The Beorning.